Hello, hey ladies, how are y'all doing today? We are on day two. Day two, are y'all excited? Are y'all excited? Let me know how did you feel yesterday? How did it feel writing those goals out and those intentions? Those of you who are just coming in and missed yesterday, go back and watch that. We talked about setting goals and setting our intentions. So let me know how that was for you. And if you haven't had a chance to do it, you still have time. Go ahead and do that. And we have something for the ladies. I'm gonna get somebody who does all 5 days, and whoever does all 5 days and I pull their name, they get a little gift. So go ahead and go back to day one and try watch that and do the work for that. But today we're going to talk about a little bit about your negative thoughts, because we are doing a mindset shift challenge. We're shifting our mindset, and it's important to set those goals and intentions, but it's also important for you to be mindful of the things that are going on inside your mind. Let me turn this down a little bit. But it's important for you to be mindful of what's going on in your mind. Hello, ladies. I can't see who's coming in, but I see y'all. Hey. So let's talk about it. So the things that go on in our mind as far as our negative thoughts, we're not going to focus on the positive, because positive is good. Today we're going to focus on those negative thoughts that's inside of our mind, the things that kind of stops us from doing things that we want to do, things that are different for us, new for us, all those things. But first thing that you need to know about those negative thoughts, those negative things that goes on in your head. The negative thoughts are beliefs that you have about yourself, about a situation, or about others. And those are things that come from past situations, past relationships, things that happened in the past that we let help shape and mold the way that we think. It's things that happen over and over. And if you take the time out to actually pay attention to your negative thoughts and maybe write them down or whatever, you'll see that the negative thoughts that are in your head, they're repetitive. It's the same thought over and over. It's just in a different way. So it's like the same person coming at you over and over again. They just changed their outfit. One day hey girl, how you doing? The next day is, girl, who is that? I don't know her. So it's like it's the same person but a different outfit. Those negative thoughts are the same thoughts over and over again, but they just come up in different ways, different forms. But it's the same thing. It's the same limiting belief, the same thing that comes up and tell you can't do this. The same thought in any situation that lets you know, that tells you, girl, that's too big now. That's too big. You going a little bit too far out there now. Simmer down a little bit. We don't do those things. Like, as far as like your goals and your dreams and your visions, and saying, okay, I want to start my own business. Them negative thoughts come and say, girl, now who got a business? Anybody around you got a business? Have you ever ran a business before? No. We're going to stick to this regular 9 to 5 and get this check, and we're going to go on about our business, because, girl, we can't do that. We can't do that. And sometimes our negative thoughts, they come to, sometimes it's supposed to be to protect us, to keep us from being in situations that can hurt or harm us. So sometimes it's good to have that thought that it help protect you, but not to the point where it's stopping you from doing things that you really want to do, or helping you to really get to your next level. We can't let those negative thoughts just really consume us and hold us back. So we're going to start digging deep, and we're going to start letting those negative thoughts, we got to let it go away. So what would you do if somebody was coming up to you, and if you know something for a fact that is not true, and somebody come and tell you, you're gonna say no, that's not true. No, you're gonna go back and forth and let them know I'm not gonna just agree with you because I know that's not true. So with those negative thoughts, we got to do the same thing. If you have a negative thought in your head that's telling you that you can't do this, and and you feel like, yeah, I want to do this, I can do this, you're gonna have to tell that negative thought, no, sis. No, I know I can do this. Why can't I do this? Because God said that He has a purpose for my life. He has a goal for me to reach in this lifetime. I have things that I got to do. And this negative thought, no, baby, we can't let you keep holding us back, because it's going to stop me from getting to my purpose. It's going to stop me from living, the life of my dreams. It's going to stop me from doing so many things that I want to do. So no, we're going to start telling these negative thoughts, no, sis. I don't believe you. I'm not going to let you hold me back. I don't believe you. You got to do it the same way that you would do with a everyday person. We got to talk to ourselves like we talk to other people. And sometimes we look at people crazy when they're talking to themselves, but it's not crazy. You got to talk to yourself. If you're not talking to yourself and trying to, go through the things that's in your mind, how are you going to able to overcome them or, achieve anything if you don't talk to yourself? You can't let those negative thoughts just sit there, because like I said, it's repetitive. It's something that became a habit over and over. You kept hearing this over and over again. It might have been somebody that planted that seed in your head. It might have been something that you told yourself, but it happens over and over. So the same way that we learn those things, we have to unlearn those things and replace them with a positive. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to start working to replace those negative thought patterns, those negative mindsets, those negative beliefs, the things that we made a habit in our mind, and replace them with a positive. Let me know if you can relate to this. Let me know if you understand what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from, because I know I'm not here by myself just thinking negative thoughts. Like, I have negative thoughts too. We all do. Let me know if I'm not by myself, and let me know that if this is helping you, because we got to unlearn the old and learn the new. So what we're going to do in this season, we're going to unlearn the old that no longer serves us, and we're going to learn the new. That's the only way you'll be able to overcome it. And it takes time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. Just like those negative thoughts that was drilled into your head, it wasn't something that just happened. You had to keep on going on and on with that. You listened to it, you let it sit there, and you kept letting go and play out. And that's what we got to do with those positive things. We got to keep drilling it in our head until we get it, and we have to unlearn those negative things. And when we start thinking those negative things, you got to interrupt that thing. Just like when somebody coming in your face with something that you don't want to hear with, you interrupted like, we're not doing that. Same thing with those negative thoughts. We're going to interrupt it. So when something comes up to tell you, I can't do this. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Just like with a conversation that you're over having this conversation, you get bored with it. You kind of just zone it out. You drown it out, right? You're like, here we go again. I don't want to hear it. So we got to do the same thing with those negative thoughts. Just be like, here to go the same negative thought again. Like, we not doing this today, girl. We ain't got time for that. You got to treat it like you over this. Like, I'm bored with this. What's next? Yes, unlearn. I just prayed about this morning. Lord, help me unlearn everything that's not like you. Exactly. We got to unlearn those things. And like I said, it's not something that happens overnight, because just like you had to learn those things, it was a process. You didn't just automatically believe those things or have those things planted in your head. Those seeds were planted into your head, and you kept going over it and over and over again. And any situation that you was in, that same thought would come up, and you would just let it sit there. You would believe it, entertain it a little bit. You would come back to it, entertain it some more, and it would just keep going on and on and on. But that's the same thing we have to do with those positive thoughts. And it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. And we're working on this every day, but you got to work on it every day. take, like, with those goals and those intentions, if that's a goal for you to become better with your mindset, start writing out a goal on what you want to achieve in this season. I want to start working on being more positive with my thoughts. I want to start working on being more kind to myself. We got to start treating ourselves how we treat other people. We go above and beyond for other people. We go and show everybody all this love and appreciation. We go and buy them gifts. We want to see them happy. We want to do all these things, and we want them to feel good. And when they're thinking negative, don't let somebody be thinking the negative about themselves, because you can be like, no, girl, or no, your husband or whoever, no, you don't do that. Don't believe that. That's not true. We do all those things for other people, but when do we do it for ourselves? We don't take the time to really sit there and do the same thing that we do for other people for ourselves. And we think that it's so hard. But it's like, what is it that you do for other people? Let me apply that for myself. So we're going to start looking at ourselves in the mirror, and we're going to start telling ourselves that we are beautiful, that we love ourselves. And even if it's a negative thought about how you look at yourself in the mirror, start looking at yourself in the mirror. Really look at yourself in the mirror. When's the last time? Let me know in the comments. When's the last time that you went and sat and looked in the mirror at yourself? Really looked at you and looked at your hair, looked at your eyes, your face, look at your smile, your teeth, anything. Just really sitting there looking at yourself and not thinking anything negative. We automatically go to that negative thought. When we look at ourselves, when we think about ourselves, anything regarding ourselves, we automatically go to that first negative thought rather than a positive. And that's not always the case, but sometimes, when we look at ourselves, we automatically think the first negative thing that comes up. And why do we do that to ourselves? Because we're so used to it. And sometimes it's other people around us that maybe family that comes and they point out the negative thing first. And it's like, well, what about, I feel like my outfit is cute. What about my outfit? And they over here talking about, so girl, look like you done gained you a couple pounds since the last time I seen you. And it's like, it's something that has been taught that we got to think of like the negative thing is the first thing that sticks out. We're not doing that anymore. We're going to start looking at the positive things that sticks out. And the more that you keep looking at the positive and reassuring yourself and writing out those affirmations, writing out those things that we are no longer doing in this season, and constantly drilling it in your head and rehearsing it over and over again, it's going to, let me know when you go and do that. I bet you it's going to be a shift. It's going to be a mindset shift. It's going to be a game changer once you start doing that. So let me know. I want you to hit me up because I want to know, because I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear what you got to say, because it's going to be a game changer. I promise you, because I did it for myself. When I used to look in the mirror, I promise you I would always look at the negative. When I started thinking about trying to do better for myself, I always thought about, girl, this is too much. We can't do that. Even with being a coach, girl, you ain't never been nobody coach. But who said that? You've been sitting here having people contact you, text you, call you, meet you at work and all this, asking you for all these different things regarding relationships, their life, anything. And you always been there to help people. So who said that you wasn't qualified to be a coach? You got to look at those things. Even with you and your business, if you are, whatever it is that you're doing and you're passionate about it, who said that you couldn't do that? You got to start talking to that. You got to start talking to yourself and start talking to those negative thoughts and saying, who said that? Write those things down. And when you write it down, who said that? Who said that this statement was true? And if you don't have any evidence to it being true, then we can't entertain it anymore. And negative thoughts, they have to have proof as to why it's true. So if something negative happens and you've already been thinking that, say you've been struggling with trying to reach a goal, and you already had a negative thought that said, I'm not even going to reach that goal. I'm never going to do it. Well, first of all, when you start saying I never or I always or things like that, you unintentionally start doing things to self-sabotage yourself so that you don't get to that, because you already told yourself, I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to get it done. So you start self-sabotaging anyways, and then it doesn't happen, and then you start telling myself, See, I told you it was not going to happen. I told myself it wasn't going to happen. And then you start believing that thing over and over again because you keep getting those results. You keep getting the proof that it's not going to happen. So we got to start doing the same things with the positive. We got to start writing down those positive things, and we got to start getting results with the positive. And the more you see the results, the more you're going to build that confidence to know that I can do this. But we can't no longer entertain the negative. We got to start brushing those things off and start writing out, okay, I said that I wanted to do this and this negative thought came up. Okay, where did this negative thought come from, and what makes this make this thing true? And if it's something that gives it some proof that it's true, well, okay, this is what I'm going to do to make this no longer a true statement. Okay? So let me know what's going on with you guys. I can't see who all is on here. I see Annette on here. Hey, but let me know what are you thinking about? What's coming up for you when we talk about these negative thoughts? Because negative thoughts, them things be coming. They be coming at you right and left. They be coming at you with the little dartboard thing. They be coming at you. But we gotta learn how to shield those things and protect ourselves, and not let our mind dwell or just sit and let it manifest. So we're not doing that anymore. And we got to, like I said before, we got to learn some new habits, but we have to first unlearn the old. We got to let it go. We can't, anything that no longer serves us into being a better me, to be this business owner, to be a better mom, to be a better wife, to be a better friend, to be better at anything. We can't let those negative thoughts tear us down and believe that we can't do anything. We have to stop using those words like I can't, I never, I always. We can't keep saying those things over and over again, because when you say that it's over with. Because I already said I can't do it. I already said that I always do this. This always happens. Every time I do this, something always, if it ain't one thing, it's another. We say those things over and over again. Well, yeah, it's going to be that. Because you keep saying that. You keep saying it over and over again. And what you speak about your mouth, it's going to happen. And people talk about the power of manifestation, and you speaking those things out. But when you speak those things out into the atmosphere, you start acting like those things as well. You start putting some action to it. And you already told yourself you can't do it. So guess what? I can't do it. I'm going to start self-sabotaging myself. I'm going to start being slow with getting to the results. I'm going to start doing things, playing around. I'm going to start watching a little bit TV, because I already said that I'm not even going to be able to reach this goal anyway. So might as well go ahead and watch a little bit of TV. Might as well go ahead and take me all 10,000 breaks, because I already know I'm not going to get it. I already told myself that. And you unintentionally do that. You don't pay attention until you actually pay attention to it. Until you actually pay attention to it. So start paying attention to those things. Start writing those things down and seeing how you feel a shift once those things happen. So I am not going to take too much of y'all time today. I already been on here long enough. But so I wanted to give y'all some homework for today. And the homework for today is for you to write out a negative thought that you have, that you are saying that I am no longer going to continue to let this be a factor that stops me from getting to my next level. We're going to write that negative thought out, and we're going to replace it with a positive. Okay? So I want you to write it out. And even if you have a little bit more time, write out those negative thoughts as you go throughout your day. Start writing a negative thought that comes up. And I bet you're going to see that some of your negative thoughts are repetitive. They are the same thoughts over and over again. Go ahead and try that out and hit me up and let me know what came up for you. Let me know if this helped you out some. Let me know if you can resonate with this, or that you start thinking about some negative thoughts and like, yeah, some of my thoughts are repetitive. Like sometimes I do think about this over and over again. And we can dig deep. We could, talk back and forth and try to overcome some of those things. So if you need help, go ahead, hit me in the DMs, and we can maybe book a one-on-one call, or however you need that assistance. But go ahead and do that homework and come back tomorrow, because we got 3 more days of this challenge. And like I said yesterday, this just a little bit. Each day we're going to go a little bit deeper. But I think today might be what you really need. This is what you really need. I should have made this day 5, but it's all good. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys so much. I hope y'all have an amazing day on purpose. And let's get it. We're becoming her together.